so cute. It never fails me. So, hello YouTube. Today, oh shit. I'm always dropping something. I'm gonna make like a compilation of me dropping things. Maybe I'll do it like this. Okay. So today, I'm eating Wendy's, as you can see. And I'm trying a couple of new items, like this spicy chicken pup sandwich. It's supposed to be like on a pretzel bun. It has beer cheese. Let's see what's up, Wendy's. Let's see what's up with this sandwich. I haven't had Wendy's in a minute, but this looks like it's gonna be an orgy in my mouth. Look at this. It has pickles and crispy onions and bacon and cheese and like all types of things. Let me open it and show you what's in the sandwich. Okay, maybe not that pretty to the eye, but not appealing to the eye, but appealing to the tongue. Ew. Let's see. It's good. There's like mustard in there. Oh my god, I just spilled some of my lemonade on me. Yeah, there's just something in there that shouldn't quite be there, but it's pretty good. I would give it like a 7. Like, it's something I would eat. Like, right now, I'll eat it because I'm hungry and whatever. And like, I wanted to try something new, but I don't think I would ever order this again. It's just a lot going on. I don't know if I'm feeling the bacon too much either. I also got a sugar cookie. I didn't know Wendy's had sugar cookies. And I want to try that soon. Because I want to try that with the Frosty. And I want to try it before the Frosty melts. Which is like halfway melted. But anyways. Let's see what's up with this cookie. I feel like it's good. I would definitely get that again. But I think I would warm it up before I ate it. Like, it's a classic sugar cookie though. Now with the Frosty, it is definitely doing something special to it. So, for today's story time though, we're gonna talk about how I ended up on this magazine. It's a gentleman's magazine for men in prison. And we're gonna talk about all about how I ended up in this. And there's a crazy ass story attached to it. So, I'll start off the day of the shoot. Because I saw the magazine like a whole year later. So when I shot for this magazine, I was working with this Instagram manager. I'll use that word very lightly. Because I don't think he's any real manager anyway. He was getting me like these gigs. Some of them were cool. Like, well, one of them was really cool. Well, two of them, yeah. No, two of them were cool. Like, one of them, I came out in this other magazine. And I got to shoot at a Hagnar where they keep private jets. So that was pretty fucking dope. I got to, like, shoot on top of this private jet. I got baby oil all over it. I never got a copy of that other magazine. And the only reason I got a copy of this one. Alright. So yeah. I was working with this manager. He hits me up one day. He's like, yo, this guy wants to shoot you. It's publishing. You're going to be in a magazine. I was like, okay, cool. I'm down. And the guy comes, gets me. We go, we shoot. So we're shooting. I'm used to, you know, shooting like vixen type shoots and stuff like that. A lot of booty, you know. So I'm thinking it's just one of those shoots. I'm not thinking too deep into it or anything like that. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna do this shoot. And it's gonna be cool. I'm gonna come out in the magazine. But this whole time they're not telling me what is inside of this magazine, what exactly is in it. They're just like, it's a men's magazine. You know, he's like, I sell men's magazines to prison. I'm not really putting two and two together. The guy was pretty weird too. Like, he kept on trying to flirt with me. Like, it was just very uncomfortable. And he was like, old as fuck and ugly. But whatever. After a while, you learn to brush that shit off. And you just learn how to deal with people who are like that. So I didn't pay him too much mind. Until this magazine came out. So like, around the time this magazine came out, I was talking to this guy who was in prison. You know, and things were getting serious. It was never serious. Maybe I should start that story time. Like, how did I meet him? Because that's funny. And it's not a long story at all. What the fuck? This shit keeps spilling. I'm like covered in lemonade. Anyways, I met him because my cousin was dating someone in prison. Well, she is. And she wanted more time with her man. So she was like, girl, talk to this guy. Like, he's cute, whatever. He's cool. He's single. It's just like past time. And then when you go and visit him, we'll swap. And I get to see my man. I'm like, all right, whatever. If you know me, you know I'm single like a dollar. So, especially back then, I had nothing but time. Me and him start talking on the phone. I don't even know what he looks like. I'm just going based off what my cousin tells me and off what her man is telling me too. He's so funny. And overall, I'm a vibe kind of person. So like, I was feeling this guy's vibe. Like, we used to talk about everything and anything. But that's the thing about these jail dudes. Like, they'll really catch you with that shit. Because they ain't got nothing but time. But they telling you and 5 other bitches the same thing. So don't even take them serious. Anyway. We finally meet. And I'm like, damn, he looked good. He was like tall, muscular. Like, oh, she just looked fucking good. And we really start liking each other. And this magazine comes out. Let's fast forward a bit. This magazine comes out. And one day he calls me. He's like, yo, you a porn star or something? Yeah, I start laughing. I start laughing my fucking ass off. He's like, nah, that ass, like, I won't judge you, but like, be honest. I'm like, hell no. I'm like, what are you referring to? So he tells me about this magazine, and he's like, yeah, this magazine in here is saying that you fucked your uncle. It's saying that you do orgies, that you go to swinger parties. I'm like, what? I'm like, hold on. I'm flipping, right? Because I'm thinking they're saying Mayhem Melody, which is my dom, alter ego, is over here fucking sucking all types of dicks and getting fucked in all types of glory holes. That's what I'm thinking before I see the magazine. So I hit the guy up and I'm like, hey, whatever happened to those magazines or whatever. He's like, oh, if you want, I could drop some off for you. So I'm like, yeah, can you do that? Because in my head, before I read the magazine, I'm thinking like he's saying, I'm out here starting and bopping all crazy like that. I'm telling my cousin, I'm like, that's defamation. I'm going to sue him. I got the magazine. And I'm going to read it to y'all. And I'm going to show you what they do. Like, because in reality, the picture is there like to give a visual, but the story is about a completely different person. Like, even in the story, they name who the character is. And in the magazine, they name who the model is in the picture. But men are really stupid. And I told them that. I'm like, you're so dumb. Like, read the names. But anyway. Let me show you. Anyways, first of all, for my first magazine, she's the cover of it. Like, we all know she's a fucking icon. Shout out to Lisa Itis. She's like popping as fuck. So I think it's pretty cool that I'm in the same magazine as her. Like, look at her. Fire. I love her work. Excuse me. Like, girl, they even did it with her pictures. Look. It's her pictures and a story. I'm gonna read y'all her story. So everybody knows that's Lisa Itis. Like, hello. If you don't know, now you know, bitch. Just kidding. But listen to this shit. This shit is ridiculous. I could hear Nick's resolve wavering. I stepped closer and I ran my hands over his chest. And we can have sex. We're always so busy on our adventure holidays. I'm so annoying. But this needs a voice. Like, come on. was I? On our adventure holidays, that we don't nearly have sex enough. At the villa, we could have sex all day long if we wanted. I moved my hands lower and cupped Nick's stiffening dick. Oh no, oh no, oh no. It's not dick, it's cock. I'm so immature. We both loved sex, but our lives had been very busy and stressful. And it had been a while since we really taken the time for something more than a quick fuck. Nick groans with pleasure. What about your sister? And Alberto, though? Monica loved sex just as much as I did. And I assumed Alberto did too. They'll want a sex-fueled holiday as well. I said, it's a big villa. We won't be in each other's way. Nick pulled me closer, his hand gripping my ass. He kissed my neck. I find it so funny because these stories are so raunchy, but like, excuse me, the bad words really have like little stars. Like, you see right over here. Okay, you see it says fuck there and it has like a little star and then like cock. Yo, this is hilarious, bro. Of the kind of stories that's in here. So let's get to my page. And obviously, the character's name in the story is Monica, and the model is Lisa Itis. So Lisa Itis has nothing to do with Nick or Alberto. Like, it's just made up stories, and the pictures for visuals. Just in case any other model out there has a fucking boyfriend in jail. Also, she's like banging these twins. So Nick and Alberto are twins. I mean, like, buy the magazine. Like, they have some raunchy shit if you're into that kind of stuff. Oh, Lynn? She gives it the fuck up. Monica is an angel next to Lynn. Wait till y'all hear about Lynn. So anyways, this is my page. So I have a whole little spread, which is cool. And these pictures, I really loved this outfit, especially because I put it together like so last minute. Came out so nice. Oh, look, he gave me my own little montage. This picture is too spicy for YouTube. And here's some more pictures. I really like this one over here. I think it's so cool. Like, Dom in the kitchen. Let me kick your ass in the kitchen. I'm gonna kick your ass and bake some cookies. Anyways. So, all right, I'm just gonna read the craziest part of Lynn's story. So basically, Lynn is this girl. This is the story. My wife with strangers. So she's married. Her and her husband are swingers. And they're just out here doing all types of crazy shit. Like, Lynn is out here naked and like fucking around in glory holes. Like, she do it all. Like, she fucks women too. Like, she don't care. She will fuck your husband and your baby daddy. Watch out. My wife was strangers. But we got a real surprise one night at a glory hole, only about 45 miles from home. She had a guy play with her tits and her pussy through the hole and pull her up so she backed against the hole and he fucked her. He hadn't said much and only whispered, but he said he loved having his dick serviced by strangers. And he told her she was a good sucker. So y'all hear that, fellas? It's not me. Lynn. Lynn is the good sucker. Go find her. Excuse me. After she swallowed his load, she was ready to walk around and show off and stretch her legs. As we go out in the hall, the guy she'd just fucked and sucked off. Who writes this? The guy she had just fucked and sucked off came out. Her eyes got real big. And she said, Uncle Bill. It turned out it was her mother's brother. And by the way, a preacher. Yes, Uncle Bill is a preacher, and this is what he does. This is why I don't believe in nobody. I only believe in myself. I have my spirituality, but it's just, girl, like, come on, a preacher. And you hear all types of stories. Anyway, but I digress. Let's get back into this. He was totally shocked, but his eyes went straight to her tits. And as he's trying to explain how his wife wasn't into sex anymore and rationalize his being there, he kept trying to look in her eyes, but his eyes kept going to her tits and her pussy. Girl, Lynn, you better. This is when you go to get help for your sexual addiction. Because Uncle Bill, really? The preacher? Like, whoever wrote this is real fucked up. Like, why of all places she would go to a glory hole and accidentally fuck her uncle? Dude. And I know to certain people, a lot of people actually, that just adds to the fantasy. Like, it was so taboo. Like there's men out here really thinking about fucking their nieces. Like, it really makes me, it just makes you look at your whole family dynamic in such a dark, like I don't even be trying to hug my uncles too much. I don't even be trying to look nice in front of, like, men in front of my family. It shouldn't be that way, and, like, none of them have ever done anything to me, but it's just, you never know. Because you see, like, on these porn sites, like, these taboo fetishes, they're so popular. Or, like, the teeny tiny fetish. Like, it's just pedophilia and incest with extra steps. And we live in a very strange world. Like, but yeah, I'm in a magazine. I'm a published model. This is why I never talk about that I'm a published model, because this is the magazine I'm in, and people just, and I can't blame them. I can't blame. Oh, my spoon dropped. 1 second. I have another one. It's lit. Anyway. But yeah, like, people have their own misconceptions of things. They make their own assumptions. And I can't even blame them, because that's what that magazine is portraying. Like, although he labels it as, like, all right, this is who the model is, and this is just a story, and most people should be able to make that separation. Most people won't, because, like, especially, like, men in prison. Like, come on, they haven't had any ass in so long. Well, who knows, because, you know, they be fucking each other. And a friend of mine one time, he told me some shit that was mad true. He said, Any guy who just keeps going back to prison, or who likes going to prison, or who hypes that shit up has a boyfriend in there. And not even on some funny shit. I really think a lot of guys out here are gay and bisexual and they hide it. I really believe that. Because it's so taboo, especially in our community, like the Hispanic and Black community, like being from the hood. It's taboo for a guy to be any little bit feminine. God forbid a guy wears too much cologne, like he's gay. I'm exaggerating, but like y'all catch my drift. Like that shit is not accepted out here. So a lot of these guys, they down lows, they, you know, do shit on the low. And that's why you be hearing about like a straight man killed a gay guy or a straight man killed a trans. It's because low key, they want to fuck them. And I don't want to hear none of that shit. Oh, I wouldn't want. Oh, if a trans person touched me, or if a gay guy touched me or say something to me, I'm gonna pop off. Because y'all be harassing us. Y'all be touching us without permission. And God forbid we pop off. Then we another fucking First 48 story. And I be thinking about like websites like TikTok and shit. I feel like a lot of them sites, they be promoting little girls in a sexual light. There's just too much weird shit on the internet. If I was a parent nowadays, my kid would not be on that shit. Like, no. No, none of that. Like, I'm not even gonna get introduced to that shit. I wouldn't post them neither. Y'all be thinking you're so cute posting your kids, but you don't know who the fuck is jerking off to that picture. And I hate to be so raw and say it like that, but it's true. Somebody's really jerking off to the idea of me fucking my uncle. That's fucking demented. And I barely hug my uncles. Like, we dead ass live in a sick, sad world. And this is a fake ass story. Now think about men who read shit like that, who fantasize about shit like that, and decides to turn that shit into reality. And then somebody's left traumatized because somebody has some sick fucking way that they wanted to come. Because that's all it boils down to. People be like, oh, we gotta kill all pedophiles till you realize the pedophile is probably your own uncle. The pedophile is probably your own dad. Like, you don't know who is nobody. If I was a parent nowadays, I would boycott the internet, take every picture off that I have of my child. Any social media my child got, they can't have it. Because that ass, they be talking about, oh, they talk about the dark web. Bro, sickos nowadays really don't need the dark web because everybody posts their children. Which I don't realize about these sick motherfuckers that like kids is that the reason they like kids is because they are so innocent. So yeah, that cute innocent picture you posted of your kid being a kid, which God bless and protect your children, they're looking at it and having fantasies about that. People be like, oh, don't dress your daughter up like a little woman. Why you have her wearing a crop top? Pedophiles probably like the little girl in the little sunflower dress more. That's a sad reality. I'm not saying go dress your baby in lingerie now, but like, I am letting y'all know how these kinds of people think. I'll give y'all a last story and then I'm gonna cut the video off. When I was working at the dungeon, I one time had a client. And he comes in, he's like, oh, I got like a diaper fetish, like a baby fantasy. So he has this outfit. Whatever. Most of the session, I didn't think anything of it. Because he was like, oh, tell me stories of how you would change my diaper. Or like how you have changed my diaper. So I'm just playing into that. Like, it's very just me and him. And what he really liked was getting his body, like, from head to toe covered in baby powder. And like, you could just go like this to his skin. So the session is wrapping up and we're like talking a little bit. Because it's always like that. Like, once the session wraps up, you kind of chat a little bit. Like, you're not just there in silence or like... But it's very small talk. At one point, he asked me if I had changed the diaper recently. And I innocently told him, I'm like, yeah, I did change your diaper. And he was like, was it a baby's diaper? Bro, I got chills all over my body. And I was like, no, it was the old lady. I was like, I'm a CNA outside of here. I was not going to have him fantasizing about no baby or me changing a baby's diaper. Like, and then it's like, what do you do in that situation? Like, I know this man is capable of raping a child on everything in my body. And it's like, I would want to kill him. But it's like, there should be a way to report something like that. Like, that thought shouldn't even cross your mind without it getting reported and like you having to go to a psych ward or to a prison. Personally, I feel like old school shit, like, just kill them. Although old school shit in the medieval times, they were doing mad sexually depraved shit, so I'm not even gonna romanticize that era. But something's gotta get done. But the thing is, nothing's gonna get done, because if I learned anything from the Jeffrey Epstein documentary, which was very real, is that all these people in power fuck children. So how would we ever resort to some sort of change if the people who quote unquote control everything are doing this and make it easy so they can do that? Like, and then you have me like meeting people like that fucking client, and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, that was one of those sessions I was like, do I want to keep doing this? But one thing I don't do is age play. I don't even entertain that shit. You don't see none of that on my page. Like, I may joke around like, oh, you a virgin in a video or something like that, but I never go to the point where I'm like, oh, you're a teenager and you're this and you're that. No, I don't want to ever entertain that idea, because somebody could be a 50-year-old virgin that don't have an age limit. But to be really like over fantasizing children, and some of these porn girls are guilty of it too. Like, I get it, it's a market and there's a lot of money there, but maybe some of y'all who are tiny and shit should change how y'all dress a little bit, because some of y'all really be looking even younger than my nieces, and it's a damn shame because you're a grown-ass woman. Represent that. You're a grown, beautiful, petite woman. Stop dressing like you're 10 years old. I literally like have... Twitter has opened my eyes to so many different things, and it's like, I don't want to bash anyone because I understand there's like different strokes for different folks, but y'all really got to think about what y'all catering into or what you're really into, because maybe y'all into kids. Like, I don't fucking know. Females could be into kids too. I honestly don't know, and this is a wormhole. I don't want to take any deeper than this. That was just my observations and my thoughts on the subject matter, and like what I have learned from being in the sex work industry. Like, this shit is more common than you think, because bringing it back to my scenario and from my experience, that guy, he looked like a regular white guy. Like, honestly, if they put him amongst 5 other white guys, I probably couldn't pick him out. Y'all would look the same to me. I apologize in advance. I don't mean to be racist or nothing, but sorry. And another thing that I have learned and observed and seen with my own 2 eyes is, like, when I was younger, my mom took me to Dominican Republic, and she took me, like, to this touristy area, and I literally saw little girls getting sold in that way, you know? So this shit is all around us, and I don't think raising awareness is enough. People are aware. We got a problem on our hands. I'm just some regular girl. I don't know what the solution to this problem is, but I pray for better tomorrows, and I just try to keep it positive, as so you should, because there's only so much we could do, and our times are limited on earth. But protect your kids at all costs. If I could leave you with anything, protect them from everyone. Question everybody around your kids. Everybody is liable to do something.